What Queta Mutwa is doing is he's explaining South African mythology. It's the same South African mythology if you have Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, and all this stuff about the snake people and all these things. It's mythology that's talking about esoteric terminology. So he's discussing South African mythology. Meanwhile, he got his boys financing and he's trying to validate his reptilianship through Queta Mutwa's South African mythology. It's talking about other higher concepts. And so it's a little thing that they got together, and it's a South African mythology, but in so many words, if you was to get the mythology of those people, the only thing he's doing is discussing the Chitawari and the snake people and the lizard people, and these things that they're talking about, his mythology, which was talking about other esoteric terminology, or what you got the word bestiality, not bestiality is something negative, but as far as the zoo type, the totems, where they take these particular animals and stuff, and these dragons and all these types of things to explain different concepts of energy. So when he's talking, so he's saying these types of things, what's the name, if you listen to it and stuff, he's trying to use that to validate his whole reptilian thing, you know. And there's a whole bunch of confusion also that's actually going down with those particular things. Even if Queta Mutwa even believes it, the motherfucker damn near ate it. But it's talking about, but a lot of that stuff in South African mythology was not literal. You see what I'm saying? And it's all a bunch of a damn scheme that this cracker got going on, and they can validate it by getting a South African shaman. You see what I'm saying? A South African shaman. But you gotta understand, you got to pick through it and stuff, because they can pimp you with the African shit too. You see, and that's what that stuff is about. You see, and so most people, they watch tape, but if you've never studied the ancient folklore and understand that some of this stuff is not literal, you can get fooled by it. You see what I'm saying? You can get fooled by it. Reptilians, that's an agenda put forth. That was a millionaire, and he speaks around the world of white folks and all this kind of thing. They're talking about us. But you got to understand, when what's the name comes in and tries to paint his portrait with these African things to try to fool you. These are still primitive mythologies and stuff like that. And a lot of this stuff is not used to be taken literally. And see, the Neophyte level is, the Neophyte always, which is the first level, we always look at the apparent. What is apparent? Because we have not gone to the esoteric sublime level of trying to understand this is ancient symbology that means deeper principles. And no other people outside of the thing is coming in here that we supposed to be scared of other than our own self. And they say, actually, man gets a glimpse at his own soul. And what his soul is so alien to the human body until his soul scares him. The soul is called the monstrous soul. So the monsters that we think that's of mythology and the monsters we are scared of are nothing but our own souls. See, our souls the soul is so alien to and so remote in human history and so old until when we look back into human history or what we used to look like and what we used to experience, it scares us because we are so far removed from our original existence or an existence that's coming to be, because we are all babies fixated upon what we only see physical. So the soul is a terrifying thing. That's the boogeyman. You see, it's called a monstrous soul. That's why they used to put on those particular dog-head and hideous beasts and these particular symbols and these animals and these grotesque things in Egypt and Africa to get the person aware of a mystical aspect of the soul, and so he won't be scared of his own experiences with his own soul. So this is what this thing is talking about here. You see what I'm saying? But some of this stuff here with the white boys doing, saying the New Age thing, they're making it literal. And once you read it and understand mythology, then you can understand. And that's the thing, we have not had a complete study of mythology. See, mythology is some of the most advanced shit on the planet. You get a PhD in mythology, and you're thinking it's stories. When you start studying mythology, it's a very critical science. It's very hard also when you start studying mythology. Mythology is very advanced. You can study it one year, and the next year come back and it might mean a whole other principle. Because it was the stuff in the stories that was put down before we became so dead in the physical. So it's a pre-human experience. It's much more advanced than the experience we have now. So I say, if you really want to understand some of the things on some of the other mythologies, so it don't do literal, study mythology itself. So get the book, J.R. Berlin's book, Parallel Myths. In a particular mythology. That's all religions are. Mythologies that was historicalized.
But isn't a myth supposed to be based on actual facts?
It is actual facts, but it has higher principles to it. They are real, but they have higher principles than some of the principles that we think is literal. They are higher principles. Some of it is prophetic. Some of it is metaphysical. Some of it is philosophical. Some of it is high thought process. Some of it is scientific. And stuff, and that's when we run into problems trying to apply this to the literal, physical part of our existence. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to get understanding.
Yeah, no, I'm understanding. Some of these things are formulas and different things like that, but they have different levels. And then there's some things that we actually go through physically that pan out, but it's that pan out. But this whole thing is an educational process, just like you go to college and learn different aspects of education that ultimately leads to a high form of science and stuff like that also.
Now, I heard you talk on tape. You talked about George Adamski.
Yeah.
About Delbert Blair.
Right.
You mentioned All the Tongues of the Flesh.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Earth Chronicles series.
Yeah.
They all talk about, ships coming to the sea.
Yeah.
So even Delbert Blair, he said that he met 2 men from Sirius.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
About what you're saying.
Okay. Okay.
So now, how are these men traveling? Are they going through these portals?
Okay, he said he met 2 black men from Sirius.
Yeah.
2 black men told him they from Sirius. These could have been very well 2 black spiritual men that told him he was from Sirius. We don't have no proof that these are actual aliens. I mean, what proof does he have that these are actually aliens that got in a damn spaceship? But then again, on the other hand, we do have this particular part too. We do know that spiritual forces can manifest themselves physically in a certain manner and come about and give you certain experiences, and even to the point where he said he saw the spaceships with these people outside his window. This all could be a spiritual phenomenon that actually happened. But as far as some black men getting in a spaceship and traveling from Sirius to meet him, with hanging out with a white boy called George Adamski, you understand what I'm saying? Believe me, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, I've been in this thing a minute, and I even took him at face value until other light of evidence came in. It's highly unlikely. He said he met 2 black men, one with a funny watch on, and he could have met some people, and they told him he was from Sirius. You see what I'm saying? So, to give him the benefit of the doubt, they could very well have been a spiritual connection that also happened. But as far as black men coming down in fucking spaceships from Sirius, you see what I'm saying? And visiting him and all this kind of thing here in 1960 or something, we done cut all this goddamn hair. I don't want to see a black motherfucker from Sirius all this hell we done caught. There's gonna be some ass whipping.
Well, but did it say on one hand that this got to be played out? That it's just like a battle. When you draw a battle plan, the battle has got to be fought to the end. Even if you.
Yes, but here goes again. But it's not a physical black man in what you call it, because what a physical black man on a higher dimension doing with a physical body. The only physical world is this earth. And the universe that we travel around in, because the white man just goes on a little ship and travels outside of the little atmosphere. He ain't never even went to the goddamn moon, come to find out. That's a joke. And stuff. That was all fake. Because any cracker ever went to the moon, why he ain't up there with a McDonald's now? You ever known a cracker to go somewhere and then take the shit over? Now, Delbert Blair says, these reptilians are coming. And the only thing that can stop them is melanated people. Wait a minute, hold on here. What? We're going to stop somebody from coming in and kicking this cracker up his ass. That's like Christopher Atticus or somebody.
Yeah.
Getting shot in the Civil War and shit, he was slave. I mean, the Revolutionary War, he was slave.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now we're going to do the Christopher Atticus thing on somebody's ass. Yeah. You a slave. Somebody coming to liberate you, who is yourself, and you're going to shut it down. This is a form of mind control, number one. This is how I know that there's some government agent shit going on. Whenever you say the only people can stop it is melanin people, and saying that we got to have white people as allies. You know what I'm saying? And they're yet to do good by us on the physical plane.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, we're going to go to the common enemy to fight off another enemy, supposedly. So this common enemy can still be enemy to hide. That's some shit just don't make no sense. I'm going to go to my ass whipper to go fight off a potential man so my ass whipper can remain in power, still jugging me up the butt. This is government mind control that's going on, and you best believe the white boy is behind this shit. Because the way he phased that thing, only you can stop it. Now all of a damn sudden, we don't have enough power to build a goddamn ice cream stove. All of a sudden, we got the power to stop an alien power that's got the technology to get here 8 light years away in a 6 seconds. And yet we don't have enough power to open up a candy store. We can't even build a decent pair of underwear by ourselves. But yet we're going to stop this power. It's coming 8 light years away. And meanwhile, we're gonna stop this power. We're gonna stop this power for some crackers that don't like us. You talk about a sucker. We're still doing the flunky shit. So now you want us to be cosmic flunkies now. You know, we're going to stop some aliens. I said, something, this is the year 2000, you sitting in a place telling us that the only way that we're going to stop these aliens from kicking this crack in the ass is going to be for melanated people. You see. And I knew then that we're talking about something so asinine, something so ridiculous, until it's got to be a government agent that'll make a motherfucker say shit like that. It's got to be connected with the cracker. So this is some stuff that's going on. It's intelligence around the country with David Icke, and they're talking about this reptilian shit. That's talking about us. They call them reptilian and shapeshifters. They're still talking about us going into another transformative being.